All right, guys, what's up? Welcome back to Average Takes. Today's episode is kind of a little different. So we
A little
got
bit.
the podium. We're going to talk a lot more about it soon, but the podium, you're going to be hearing a lot more about it. Then we're just going to be talking sports, mostly baseball. It's mid-baseball season, getting closer to playoffs. We got a little bit of Goldschmidt for Triple Crown. We got Pujols for 700, and we got Tatis finally made a statement. So I'm gonna hit the music, kick on the show, and let's go.
Let's do it.
Trevor,
Let's ride.
the podium.
Yes,
Let's ride.
Can you kind of tell me what the podium is?
Yeah, the podium is gonna be a fun little segment in our podcast coming maybe once a week. We don't know at the moment. We're gonna test some things out, but it's basically gonna be three of our favorite, funniest, best ideas that kind of happened throughout the week, and we're gonna give our average take on them. And we're gonna vote on it. We're gonna let you guys vote on it. We're gonna post it to socials, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, maybe. I don't know how TikTok's gonna work, but Podium, it's gonna be a fun little thing, trying to get you guys a little bit more
Interacted.
lighthearted, average take talk in the building. It's gonna be fun though. It's gonna be super fun, and I think you guys are gonna enjoy it a lot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we're all gonna bring up three topics. It could be somewhere from you missed the bus and you're pissed off and want to rant from on this day 25 years ago, or could just be like what happened in the news today. It's not necessarily going to be sports, it's not necessarily going to be about life. It's just going to be topics that we think we could beat each other at. We're going to try to out topic each other, and that's my goal, as always.
Absolutely.
So do we kind of want to get the topics rolling? We want to start with the podium. Who wants to be our first podium on Average Takes?
I think Roman does. I think Roman wants to be the first podium talk on Average Takes.
And I think I can handle it for sure.
All right.
A lot of pressure. Make sure you got this.
First thing on Podium Talks. Today, I don't know if you guys heard that there was a retirement in the NFL. Get away from baseball for a little bit. But Shaquem Griffin, the man with one hand, single-handedly took the NFL a couple years ago and is now retiring from the game.
Literally.
You say single-handedly.
Literally.
He's retired? I did not hear that.
Yeah, I heard that today.
He's going to be working and writing for the Players Tribune. Going to be talking to like colleges about never giving up. Guy has one hand, made it to the NFL and did fairly well. I mean, better than the average person would do. And he has one hand. I mean, pretty amazing. Big ups to him. Definitely legendary.
Yeah, awesome story from him. And it's not every day where an athlete has one hand. Yeah. You hear
in any
about
sport.
You definitely hear about it. Jim Abbott in baseball threw a no-hitter or a perfect game, I can't remember, with one hand, and was a major league pitcher. And the stories are always awesome. I can't wait to hear his Player Tribune stories and him talk about his life and from bullies to making the NFL. Every doubt in the world from the day you're born or whatever, from speaking on anyone's standpoint, but from whatever happened injury wise or however you lose a limb, or in that instance, overcoming odds, and those stories are great. And for him to make the NFL start for many years, I think he played 4 seasons in the NFL, a lot with the Seahawks. Awesome story and great, awesome topic in the podium.
Yeah. And I kind of messed up on there. He's not writing for the Players Tribune. He wrote in the Players Tribune that he's writing for the legendary committee. Talked to Roger Goodell, got the big ups from him. That's what he's doing.
That's kind of cool too.
Yeah.
And we're see a lot more from him coming up too. So
Yes,
that's
sir.
gonna be pretty cool. Trevor, you want to give us a go, or you want me to go?
I want you to go.
All right. Well, Podium. My topic is today is 8/24/22, 8/24 day, Kobe Bryant Day. A lot of people are
Yes, sir.
celebrating the late great legend, Laker for life.
Rest in peace.
One of the greatest basketball players to ever walk this earth.
The greatest.
And Kobe Bryant's name was in the news today for other reasons, passed away in a helicopter accident. But the reason I'm bringing this topic to the podium is that Vanessa Bryant, his wife, won her lawsuit against the companies and the people who released the footages before, and like kind of who leaked it to the press and probably the press. But she won $16 million. And it was kind of cool. It was announced on 8/24 Kobe Bryant Day. So she won it. And deservingly so. You never want to hear about news like that. And we were kind of talking about before the podcast, would it be that much if it wasn't another like just person on the street? Like, no, obviously not. But you have to take into account of all the money that was made behind this, the video that was sold, the money, all the ads and the views that video and pictures reproduced for that company. So $16 million is probably not enough for the pain and suffering plus all the money that those companies made. I mean, you can never ballpark that number. I mean, I can't, at least.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can never ballpark or give a money amount for
But
somebody.
I'm definitely glad she won.
dying.
Like this circumstance sucks. But I'm happy for her and the family. That's a lot of money. And they do great things, the Bryants, and they have a lot of foundations and stuff like that. So I'm sure she'll be donating it and using that money correctly. So I think that's awesome. But that is my first podium topic.
Big
Yeah,
dub.
no, that's so awesome. She probably should have gotten more. But I mean, we're talking $16 million. It was super tragic when that news broke, and for her to find out through like media outlets like that that's something you never really want to like hear or even think about. So I'm glad that she won. I'm glad that the family is getting that money, and yeah, like you're saying, they have a lot of foundations. They do a lot for the community. Kobe was always a great community person. LA literally loves Kobe Bryant. It was a tragic day when that happened, and yeah, RIP Kobe.
Definitely well deserving. R.I.P.
All right, I guess it's my turn.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're up
Let's
on
hear
the
it.
podium. Let's hear it.
A couple days ago, I tweeted out. If you don't follow me on Twitter, it's at Shenny 11 ends. Give me a follow. My tweet was breaking news. I have been cursed. For the greater good of the whole city of San Diego, I hereby announce that I am done watching Padre games for the rest of the year in order for the rest of the city to have happiness. Please, no comments at this time. So, my podium talk is I am done watching the Padres for the rest of the year. They are dead to me. Playoffs won't even happen because I'm not even going to watch them. Low key in the back of my mind, hoping for a little bit of reverse jinx, but hasn't happened. Team's dead to me. I don't want to watch them anymore. Juan Soto fell off a camel, hurt his back. Like that's just the type of season the Padres are having. So
all right, Trevor. So you're bringing this up. You last year, at the same exact time, you did the same exact thing, and the worst case happened. So I'm trying to get this out of the way early and as fast as I can. But Trevor, are you ready to officially cancel the Padres 2022 season?
Console.
Oh, 100%.
console
I'm already
season.
looking towards 2023. I can promise you that I'm not going to watch a Padres game until 2023. Even if they do make the playoffs, I won't watch any game.
I for sure will. I'm
They
not
just
joining
they
you.
just break my heart every time, Like I expect them to do just score a run even. I honestly expect them to score 1 run, and it still doesn't happen. So I'm just done watching them. They are dead to me. I'll see you guys next year, and I'll be back with some great takes because I always have the best takes.
All right, well, can't wait for that moment. It's a long time away because I still got a lot of watching to do.
Yes.
But you're right. The Padres are not playing good, and it's been very disappointing as of right now. And
No, but
today is officially the worst part of the season. It's at the lowest of the low. I'm hoping they could turn it around, but as of right now, it's
yeah,
not good.
and the happiness in my everyday life has gone up ever since I stopped watching the Padres. So, I mean, my
But
life's getting
you know
better.
that the Padres are always in the back of your head, and you always are wondering what the score is of the game.
No, don't worry, don't worry. I'm up on the stats. I know how many games up or back we are in the wild card. I'm just not watching them play because it just irks me and it pisses me off when you can't hit a 94-mile-per-hour fastball right down the middle and you get paid $2 million to do that. So
Millions.
Millions.
and you got fucking high school kids hitting 400-foot bombs off 94 right down the middle. So it just pisses me off. The team has no heart. They're a bunch of eye guys. They're definitely playing for the name on the back of their jersey, not the name on the front of their jersey. So yeah, Padres are dead to me. I'm not watching another game the rest of the year. I'll see you guys in 2023.
I think that's how every Padre fan feels right now.
All right, moving on. Did you guys have any like topics that almost was your topic or didn't make it? That was not on the podium, but just in case someone stole yours. Because I do. I just was asking if someone want to say it before.
I had one earlier, but I don't remember what it was.
Honestly, mine was going to bed at night. You know, you can never take that for granted to be able to tuck yourself into bed, hit off the lights, and, you know, just
enjoy
go
sleep.
to sleep. Absolutely.
Well, my topic was going to be the Migos. We don't really talk a lot about music, but Migos in jeopardy. I don't think they're group anymore.
Oh, and that haven't been a group
Offset,
for a while.
I know. I mean, yes, Takeoff and Quavo dropped a song, and they said they're going to drop an album, but officially, Offset filed a lawsuit with his former record or his record label because they're stopping him from releasing his solo album. They don't want this to leak right now. I guess I don't think they want to release him from contract with the Migos or whatever. And he's trying to own all his own music. So I'm hearing it's sticky situations over there for Migos.
Oh, that's scary. That's not what I like to hear.
Not what I like to hear.
We had years of good music.
We're all huge fans of Migos.
Me and Shenny in high school, I think sophomore year, he got his license before me, and I would show up to school like 6:30, and it would just be me and him listening to YRN every single day, just the same album every single day. Me and him at the radio is that the loudest it could be.
6 o'clock in the morning.
6 o'clock in the morning.
At least 6:45 a.m. We were
right before first period.
Migos.
Absolutely.
I still remember my favorite song. You forgot the lyrics. No, I ain't saying the lyrics. This is recording. I ain't saying the lyrics.
I just love how you're like, still remember my favorite song. That's awesome right there.
Migo.
That's awesome, Trevor.
That was hilarious.
I thought you were gonna throw at least a couple words. You're just like,
maybe an ad.
No one's gonna know what song you're talking about.
That's wild.
Tink tink. They should know by that.
Bars, tink tink bars. That's what you were looking for. Instead, you hit.
That's all they're saying, basically.
I'm dead, bro. Tyler's gonna get a kick out of that. Tyler used to join us sometimes, so if you're watching Tyler, I hope you're dying laughing.
All right, now we're getting back into MLB and the sports side. We got Goldy fighting for a triple crown.
Guys, does
up there.
I hope
He
he
is
does.
up there. In the NL, it hasn't been a long time since someone's done it in the NL, and he's damn close in average, homers, and RBIs. He's either 1 or 2 in every category.
How old is this man?
31.
Yeah, 31 or 32. Spent most of his career on the D-backs. He's finally breaking out of his shell because it feels like he was like trending older. Like they were like, Goldschmidt's all right. He's finally having like, holy shit, Paul Goldschmidt.
Holy
Where's this been?
gold shit.
Yeah.
He's killing first base right now.
No, he is absolutely raking.
No one better than him.
He leads the league in average. He's number 2 in home runs, and I think he's number 2 in RBIs. And I think he's only 3 home runs away and 2 RBIs away.
Yep.
He can do that in one game if we're being realistic.
100%.
He can do that in one game.
Absolutely. 100%.
It's a hard game, but yeah, obviously he could do it. He's not that far. Like you said, 3 homers, 2 RBIs, leads in average. It's close. And
I thought he was way old. He's 34.
34. Okay.
Once you get past 30, it's all.
I thought he was like 40.
It's all relative.
You're getting old, but 34. I mean, he's having a great year.
Yeah.
Cardinals are very successful right now and leading that division. Brewers.
Yeah, who had the Cardinals winning? You, Bob? Or was it me? I can't remember. I think I was big on the Brewers, so
I can't remember. I'll have to dig through the tapes.
because I was looking at the standings the other day, and I was like, "Damn!" Remember when we had that podcast where we kind of guessed the standings, and a couple of divisions we were way wrong on. So
I think I'm hype on the Brewers too.
Yeah, we're way wrong.
Yeah,
way wrong, but that's okay because average shake saves the day. It's
162 games. It's the longest season in all sports, and
yeah, we don't know who's gonna test positive for steroids. We don't know
who's gonna get hurt.
No, don't know who's gonna get traded.
You don't know who's gonna lead the league in getting shut out.
We don't know that either. Yeah, you're right.
Some of those topics.
And why isn't there a stat? Like I tried to look it up on Google. There is nothing I can find on teams that get shut out the most. All I can find is teams who do the most shutouts, and pisses me off.
Can you give us that answer?
Teams that have the most shutouts at the moment from starting pitchers, it's the Angels, which is shocking to me.
Yeah, that's wild. I was not expecting that answer.
You're kidding, right?
I'm not kidding. The Angels have 2 shutouts by starting pitchers. And that's
like
leads the league.
Game.
Yeah, complete game.
Yeah.
Shutout.
Yeah, I knew that.
But still, the Padres have 8 times the Padres have been shut out. 4 times from April to July, and then 4 times in this month of August. So
doesn't feel good.
No, and that's part of the reason why I am done watching them.
Okay, yeah, we're not talking about the Padres. So speaking of the Cardinals, this past season they signed one of their legends, former legend, Albert Pujols joined the team on a 1-year deal. Just kind of got hot. So Albert Pujols, in what would say his 20th, is it his 20th year? Over 20 something. He's old, 42. But Albert Pujols is 7 home runs away from joining the 700 home run club. 693. Almost got my dyslexia there. Holy cow, caught it though. But Albert Pujols just had the best 10-game stretch of his entire career.
21 years, by the way. Sorry.
21 years.
21 years.
Can you tell me how many MVPs Albert Pujols has won? I want to say 3.
By the way, that is 700 divided by 20.
I know, it's a lot when I had to click on view more awards.
Yeah.
He averaged 33 home runs a year.
3. He 2005, 2008, 2009. All in
so
the NL.
He has won 3 MVPs, and in his 21st year, He has just had the best 10-game stretch of his entire career. That mind boggles me. So now I'm going to present an idea that I haven't really heard too many people talk about, but
Because it's fake news, and I don't like that you think like this.
Albert Pujols is now 7 home runs away from getting to the 700 home run club. Is MLB giving Albert Pujols juice baseballs?
No, I repeat, no.
Is MLB giving Albert Pujols juice baseballs? All of a sudden, he's having a great year. He's having a great second half. MLB goes, you know what? He's not that far away. He hasn't been this good in like 6 seasons.
He knows he's on his way out. This is his last season.
That makes a lot of sense because his teammate
he's
Paul
giving his
Goldschmidt
heart all out.
Is hitting 335.
We're feeding the Cardinals juice baseballs.
Yep.
Hate that.
And
let's get them to the playoffs.
Out. We're walking the Legends out this year. I'm telling you, today,
no,
on 8/24, I'm booking the Cardinals as World Series champions.
Okay, all right, buddy.
Because everybody's giving them juice baseballs. They want to walk Legends out. Nolan Arenado gets his first ring, gets a shit on the Rockies. It makes too much sense. NFL has script writers, so does the MLB, and it is.
I hate that. I hate
beautiful
that
right now.
I mean, it makes a little bit of sense knowing what his teammate is doing.
It's a beautiful baseball city. St. Louis is a huge baseball city. Yachty, Uncle Charlie, Albert Pujols, 3 MLB legends all walk away with a ring.
Don't take away.
Are you kidding me? They're
Don't
already feeding them juice baseballs. They're going to have the MVP. Nolan's one of the best third basemen in the league. I'm writing it now. I'm giving my average take on this.
That is a disgrace.
It's my way too early, little late pick.
I'm just wondering, has he been tested for steroids?
Costable? Question mark?
Question mark, exactly. Maybe he had ringworm.
MLB suspended 6 like young kids for steroids recently.
I don't know, but
kids.
What MLB will say to cover it up was, oh, he was in the home run derby. He got his home run swing dialed in, and he's just been on a tear ever since the All-Star game.
Yep.
Me and Bob witnessed it firsthand at the home run derby. He was hitting some bombs. For a 42-year-old, he can probably hit the ball the farthest for a 42-year-old in the world right now. And for him to go out there, and it's been every night, it feels like. I go on Instagram, Albert Pujols' other home run, Albert Pujols' other home run, and I'm just like, when is this man going to stop? They call him the machine for a reason, and it seems like it's getting another gear right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guy's
on a mission. He's on a mission. He wants to get 700. He wants to get 700 before he retires.
I hope he gets. I really do.
That's so
got 40
legendary.
Games left.
So
7
legendary.
home runs is attainable.
Attainable. Yes.
With juice baseballs, it's easy.
No, don't take away from Albert Pujols and all of his legendary.
I'm just saying, MLB picked a random time last year to intro juice balls.
And what better way to get your ratings up than let this legend get to 700 and then boom, playoffs happen.
Those games get ratings. The Mickey game earlier this year, all those videos were everywhere, worldwide. Every weekend showed Miggy getting his 500 double, his 3,000th hit. Everyone showed it. Albert Pujols, 3-time MVP for the last 21 years, has been playing baseball. A lot of people are going to tune in for number 700.
Question, though, do postseason home runs count or no?
I have no idea.
Okay. I don't know either. So, if he gets, what if he hits 700 in like a wild card game to win the game or something? Like,
I think they count it.
How script wrote is that? How script wrote is that?
Or World Series game winner, number 700.
What if he gets 7 in the next week and then he dies down and then the juice balls
Whoa,
comes
7 in the next week?
Yes.
That's one a day?
He's got like 4 in the last week.
and then dies. And I thought you were gonna end right there.
No, and then like his streak dies out, and then your juice balls claim will be correct because then they just gave him juice balls to get to 700, and then they took him away.
I think it's a good storyline for September baseball when no one wants to watch.
Absolutely.
Especially me.
You watch the clip though. No, you do.
You guys are sounding too good.
All right, speaking of clips, I've been seeing a lot about Phillies prospect Bryce Harper.
Oh yeah,
man, that unranked prospect is a killer.
Oh my god.
I always joke about this because I hate when people do that. We all know he's having a rehab stint.
We all know he's gonna hit a bomb.
I tweeted it out on Average Takes, so that's why I'm making fun of it. Is because it was my tweet on the account. But I thought it was everyone was doing it, so I kind of reworded it my own way. But he's about to be back, and the Phillies are fighting for playoffs. They're in wild card. They're fighting with us, the Padres, fighting with the Brewers. Obviously, there's 3 spots this year. We're all fighting. And the Braves have one locked as of right now.
Braves got it locked. / Mets, they got it locked.
Yeah. I mean, we could see Mets of last year and Braves take it. So, I mean, as of right now, it's do or die because this is right when the hottest team wins it all. Like legit. Speaking of fucking Bryce Harper coming back and Phillies are being good, but it's from this point, you have to turn it on now through October.
Absolutely.
End of August, all of September, you have to be on killer mode because if you're not, you're going to fall off. And like the Padres have. The Padres are known to die off in August, September. They're showing the signs right now that that's what's happening. Happened last year. You have to be a killer in the months that the hunters are out.
Yeah.
It's kill or be killed. And that's September baseball. The hottest team wins. We seen Nationals a couple years ago. All of a sudden, worst team in baseball, the best team in baseball. Hottest teams win. Red Sox a couple years ago stormed through the season. Last month of baseball, we're playing damn near perfect. You have to play perfect ball through September.
It's always, and I know it's cliche, but if you're playing the hottest ball in September / October, you are the most dangerous team. And most of those teams that are playing their best baseball in those months tend to have deep runs in the postseason. In every sport, honestly. Basketball, football, we saw it last year, even in the NFL. The Bengals, they make the Super Bowl.
Get hot at the right time.
Hot at the right time. The Braves, no Acuna, and everyone shut them out. You guys suck. You guys are done. Boom, they win a World Series. No Mickey Mouse either. They won that shit. That's all I'm gonna say. Period.
All right. Last thing I want to talk about on the podcast, and I'm gonna leave it up to discussion, but Fernando Tatis finally made his media announcement, made it public, talked about how much he's failed, how the best days of his life have now turned into his worst and darkest nightmares. Sad to see because this kid is so full of brightness when you're watching him play, and he's legit my favorite player. Like, it's hard to say someone who's younger than you is your favorite player, but he is, and it's because of how good he is at this stupid sport. And it sucks seeing him that way. But I think it was good what he said. I don't think he messed up saying anything. He totally gave for I felt like I forgave him because he gave such a deep take, I guess. I don't know. I think he messed up. And it seems like he understands how much he messed up.
Yeah. Man. You're right.
I don't know. I kind of got lost there for a second trying to figure out because it just sucks to, you're so mad at somebody, but he's 23. He fucks up. I mean, we all know we fuck up. We're kids. It's hard to be like, Tatis, how could you, when, I don't even put a Band-Aid on my cut, my leg could get infected, but how could I? I don't follow every rule. No one does. Life isn't fun that way.
Got to learn lessons somehow.
You have to learn lessons when you fuck up, though. Like, if you fuck up at work, you're going to be told you fucked up.
Yeah.
This is his job. I know we're all fans, but we all seem to be critiques of his job too, and it sucks. But that's what sports are. But it definitely sucks as a personality on this side because my favorite player did one of the worst things you can do in a sport. But I think we'll get over this. I think the fans will get over it. The city. And I think next year he's going to come back with a chip on his shoulder because he missed a lot of baseball over the last couple seasons, and especially the last year.
Yeah, you don't
train the off season, didn't get spring training, didn't get a season, got 3 games at AA this year. Like, that's going to leave you in a dark place for a while, and he's going to have to crawl up out, put his big boy pants on. The best thing he said, in which we preached a week or the week that it was announced, was most of his offseason will be in San Diego. And that is what I said had to fucking happen. And another thing, I don't know if we talked about it that day, but he's also having shoulder surgery. We talked about this last year. I didn't really want the shoulder surgery because I think it would have pushed off the next season. But at this point, he's already pushing off for the next year. Where he's missing 30 games next year. At this point, the team's not making fucking playoffs, so he's gonna miss 32 games next season. And yeah, get the surgery. The wrist will be healed. The shoulder will be healed.
He should be good to go.
Month he comes back, and the season schedule drop for next year. I fucking love it. It's going to be a lot of travel for the boys. It's going to be hard, but it is beautiful. We play the Division 3 series in your division. So we play a total of 9 or 10 games versus the Dodgers instead of 18. Love that.
Love that.
I love that. And we get to face more other teams. I want to see a variance. I want to see how good we are. Go travel to New York. Take on the Yankees. Go take on the Red Sox. I want to see how good you are.
Yeah, no, I love that. The interleague stuff. We play pretty much every team. It's going to be a good test for us to see how we are at that point of the season.
And the games that the Padres suck most at is division. I know
we shit our pants playing division
games, bro. It was a huge problem last year. We sucked versus sucky teams, the 2 sucky teams in our division. We sucked versus the Dodgers because they came back and just swept our ass and are still beating the shit out of us. But we don't see them. We have a more schedule, an actual full schedule. I think that's so much better. I mean, yeah, the travel might suck. The players might not like it, but for fans, I love it. I want to see more teams.
I think the players will like it too. More competition.
No, they don't think like that. They're fucking.
It's travel.
More
time on a plane.
Damn.
They're pansies. They're pansies about that shit.
Because what the rule was before is you had 1 or 2 interleague series a season, but or maybe 3 or something like that. I can't remember how many, but you wouldn't play that many teams from East Coast to West Coast.
No, but it's good now because, back in the day, you never faced anyone from the AL and you didn't face anyone from the NL. So when you get to World Series, you're like, I've never seen this guy in my life. I don't even know what his tendencies are. And at the forefront of it, it truly is the best team wins. If you're the better team, you're going to go in there and dominate. But now with all these superstars kind of spread out everywhere, it's going to be fun to see. And marketing wise, New York doesn't get to see Fernando Tatis ever, unless you're a Mets fan, which in New York, there is 75% Yankees fans. So now you get to see these guys in person live, you get to feel the atmosphere because those are type of teams that you'll face in the playoffs. from NLAL's perspective, it's going to be World Series. Those are the type of teams you'll face in the World Series. So it's nice to be able to experience that atmosphere in those stadiums. Some guys maybe haven't played in those legendary stadiums, such as Fenway Park or I'm not. That's it. Probably that's it.
No,
Yankee
but
Stadium.
I definitely agree
No,
with
Yankee
what you're
Stadium
saying.
sucks.
A lot of teams and fans don't get to see how good our players are, or we don't get to see how good their players are.
Yeah, all
So
they do is just bitch and complain. Oh, I've seen Tatis on MLB's Instagram for the last 5 days. Blah 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 blah. Well,
my
yeah,
favorite, you can continue. My bad. I cut
maybe
you off.
because he's good, or in next year's case, we get Soto for a whole fucking season, which is going to be absolutely insane. Because I'm already looking toward next season. That's why I'm bringing this shit up. But
My favorite part about it is that we're not going to have to face a team in playoffs who we faced 18 times already this season.
yeah.
That's not fun. The Dodgers knew exactly how we played. As soon as we got to playoffs, they'd seen us 18 times. They have the best coaches and the best, obviously, system are way better than the Padres because they knew us in and out. Like, because from the second half of the season onward, they just beat our ass. Playoffs was easy 2 years ago, whatever, when we were in playoffs. Last year, second half just beat our ass. Like, I don't want to see a team 18 times. I really
No,
don't. I don't want
yeah,
that's boring.
I definitely like that part of the schedule for next year. That's gonna be awesome. Going back to the Tatis statements and stuff. Truly for me, taking steroids doesn't really affect me. Yeah, blah blah blah. He's out 80 games. It's tragic to the team. We expected him to be back, but some guys, it just shit happens. Our team shouldn't our team shouldn't need one person to come back where we need to have him. We should be built enough where if we lose this guy, we're good enough to be able to compete. Tatis, yes, he's a generational talent. Yes, he's 23. Yes, he's gonna make mistakes.
But we should be good enough to be competing right now with all these names we got.
No, exactly. Like we made moves that I personally would have made if I was in AJ Preller's position, to acquire superstars, which is all that you can ask for is put your team in the best position to win and let's see what happens. So for the fans that are bashing him and shit, I'm gonna bash you because you're a bunch of idiots, You're just bashing on this 23-year-old kid. If I ever see Tatis in public, you know what I'm gonna do to him? Hey, what's up, bro? You're my favorite player. Go have a hell of a year next year. I have all the trust and faith in you. I'm going to give him every bit of confidence I can to him because all these people who are fans of him, who have been fans of the Padres, all they're doing is just tearing down his name. Fuck you, you're a piece of shit. You don't care about us, you don't care about this, you don't care about that. Blah blah blah. It doesn't really matter. He doesn't care about you. If we're being honest, he really doesn't give two fucks about you.
I'm offering close to ball, see if he's learned his lesson.
That's exactly. I'm gonna give him
No,
a.
he talked about what happened. He actually took a cream like wrongly.
Yeah.
He didn't discuss it with Padres doctors, and
Mistakes happen.
he messed up. He knew that it was a mess up, and it's his fault. He fucked up, and he took accountability. He took ownership. He blamed himself, and that's the only person you can blame in this situation is yourself. So I'm glad he finally took ownership of it. I'm glad he was apologetic about it, and I think he had a grown man answer for his problems. He messed up. He realizes that he was being selfish for the last year. He's going to have surgery. He's going to spend all or most of his time in San Diego / Arizona rehabbing. I think that's the best move for him. He went out in the public and said, boom, boom, boom. I'm doing this, and that. And I think that was the right move. He said everything he had to. I'm happy. He said shoulder surgery ASAP so he can get it done out of the way, can start rehabbing and get back into baseball, get back to being Fernando Tatis, forget about this bullshit. And I'm over it. I mean,
yes, please.
Padres are already moving him off of all that bullshit, and we talked about it. because I talked about it. And when he tested positive, is he going to be the face of the Padres? And they're already making a statement. No, we're not going to be seeing a lot of the Tatis stuff as we did in prior seasons. But
which I think is bullshit.
no, I think they need to expand it. It's not just Fernando Tatis on this damn team. Manny Machado has been an all-star back-to-back season. He started this year third base. Joe Musgrove is an all-star in a city that he is born and raised and attended games in his entire life. That's a star that you could fucking build around. We now have Juan Soto, who is deemed the biggest trade in MLB history since Babe Ruth was purchased. They've talked like this is shit that's been talked about. Padres are way too good to not be a playoff team, and it's terribly annoying. And I don't even want to talk about how bad they are. And you're right. What you tweeted today, you said they're playing for the name on their back and not the name on their chest. And that is what it seems like. They are a bunch of eye guys right now, and they're not playing for the logo, the San Diego, the Padres. Doesn't seem like that right now. It seems like, yeah, they might be trying too hard, but it's the worst part of the year. Tatis, they need to get him out of their head. It's them in that building. They could only do as much as they can do. And they're all off right now from top to bottom. Haters off. No one can hit. Starting pitching has been actually pretty good until today. Like today, Blake Snell sucked. But
Sucked for the first time in a couple months, though, which
yeah.
I appreciate. I will take that. If you suck for one time in a couple months, I'll take that. I understand
starting pitching hasn't sucked since we played the Dodgers and Mike Clev got shelled in the last pitch.
Yeah, and I understand like baseball, guys cannot be perfect for 162 games. I get that we're going through a bad stretch, but I mean, if you look at the history of the San Diego Padres, 2019, 2021, and now this year, when it comes to August and September, we are horrendous. Like can't figure shit out. Guys are taking swings that are just not good, It's baseball is a game of failure, and once these guys learn how to fail, that's when they're going to start to understand, oh, we're kind of good. We are very good at this game.
They hang their heads for too long, dude.
I don't know
if strike out once and their whole game is fucked.
Yeah, I mean a little bit of that. A little bit I'll put on Bob Melvin. He has been making shaky decisions pitching wise, which has affected our games. But I can't put it all on Bob Melvin because I truly believe in Bob Melvin. I think what he has going for the Padres is great. He handles teams well, way better than our past managers have ever handled teams. So if we
it's going to show though this next month it hasn't been a manager problem.
No, it hasn't. And September is way harder.
Though. Like September is the Padres are on the same track, like you said, 19, 21, 22. It's been the same story. We're hot the beginning of the year, off to a great start. End of the year, off to or finished with the worst ending. No,
possible.
Like last year was one of the worst fall offs. It could repeat.
It could, and I mean,
we haven't been. It doesn't seem like we've been good since July.
Yeah, it really hasn't.
The last 2 months, the Padres haven't been playing good baseball, and so they need to snap the hell out of it.
Yeah, and
we have weeks and spurts and days, but they need to come around and be a baseball team. They're not right now.
And it really only takes one game to turn stuff around like this where, we explode for 12, 13 runs in one game. Wow, this team knows how to hit now. And hitting is very contagious. So when everyone's hitting, you'll see those 8 to 9, 10 game like runs scored that we have. And I mean, that's going to help the pitching. That's going to help everything. We should scoring 5 or 6 runs should win you a ball game 70% of the time, So,
yeah, it sucks. It sucks in the games that we were like winning, Hater fucked up, and then now bats aren't hot.
Bats aren't hot, and we're getting to that
Balls
point where
little fell
every
off.
game matters.
Yes, we're no longer at like, oh, we'll catch up next time. Like, nope, we're way too far out of division and we're falling out of wild card. And right now, this train feels like it has no brakes.
No brakes, all going all downhill. It's when you're on a skateboard and you're riding down a hill and you
All of
have
a
no
sudden, you
brakes.
feel
All
the
you do
wobbles,
is eat
speed
shit.
wobbles.
Yeah, you eat
We're
shit.
middle speed wobbles right now. Can we correct it?
Yep, exactly.
Can we correct the speed wobbles? Because if not, we're gonna eat shit
We're gonna eat shit hard
for a
and
long time.
and we're just not
The recovery is gonna be long and hard.
way long. Way long and way hard.
All right,
That's
well
what she said.
that makes me excited for football season though, because baseball season's ending. Football pods are coming up. We got pick'ems coming up.
Let's go.
I hope we like the podium today. We're gonna start doing that once a week. We talked about it. So yeah, hopefully keep bringing you 2 pods a week, bring you some podium, some pick'ems, and some more content over the year.
Yeah, and I hope
Favorite
you
coming.
boys and girls are ready because I'm going to crush football season like I did last year. Roman was trying to tell me I'm not gonna have a 1 by my name. I'm gonna have a 1 right by my face every single week.
No,
because
Nice.
no.
football
buddy.
season is here
Good
and
luck.
I am going to hammer it.
Good luck, buddy.
Hammer it.
Well, we'll be talking more pick'em soon in football schedule and playoffs, but
Yes,
for
sir.
now, there's nothing wrong with being average. I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes, sir.
Deuces, we out. Shenny, Steelers,
Chargers.